Good morning, friends. Today on an IPC unit, we're going to learn how to draw a timeline. It's actually quite straightforward, and it's right there in the name, timeline. So the first thing we're going to do is draw this line right here. These little lines I've made around it are just parameters to help the reader. The first one, you're going to put it around where the first event you're going to put in your timeline is. And then the last one, some years around your last event. So the events I've chosen are important events from the 1900s. So for me to help my reader, I'm going to tell him that the first point in my timeline is the year 1900. My last point the timeline is the year 2000. Then if I want, I can fill in a few more just to help guide me where to put my dates and to help the reader follow along which date he's at. So now we have a few dates to help the reader and to help me find out where to put my events on my timeline. So events that came earlier are going to start on the left side. Events that happened closer to today are going to be on the right side. Can anybody guess which is the first event I'm going to put furthest to the left on this timeline? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Yes, the Wright brothers doing the first flight, and that happened on 1904. So I'm going to put it just about here, a few years behind 1900. Can you try to guess which is the next event on our timeline? That's right, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay reaching Mount Everest, the summit of Mount Everest, and that's in 1953. So I'm going to put it just a bit over the middle of my timeline. Remember, this timeline is only for the 1900s. If I had chosen earlier dates, I could have gone all the way back to 0 or even before that. The next event on our timeline will be, that's right, the Apollo landing in 1969. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And I think it would fit somewhere around here. We have 1950, so we can guess 1960s around here, maybe 1970, and then we know 1975 is here. So I think that's a good spot for it. And the last event I picked from the 20th century, the 1900s, is Nelson Mandela being released from prison. He fought for equality in South Africa, and he was put in prison for, I believe, 27 years. But in 1990, he was released. So I think that fits perfectly around here. So this is my timeline of events of the 1900s. Now I want you to try to do the same. I've given you choices though. You only have to choose 4, but that's at least 4. If you want to fit more events on your timeline, that is fine as well. If you want to use your own events from your significant people, that's fine as well. First thing you're going to do is you're going to draw a line right here. You might want to put an initial date and an ending date, just like I did, to give the reader some parameters, to give him some indication what you're looking at. And then you're going to choose 4 events that you're going to line up. The event that happened longest ago will be in the left. The one that happened closest to today will be on the right. Choose 4 that you like, or make 4 that you prefer, and draw your timeline. This is your example right here. Good luck.